Ladies and gentlemen, a second board has hit the table. Okay, so I'm going through the settlement establishment procedure, and our one guy who popped the line pretty good, he did something that gave him +1 survival because he'd already had 1 survival, and at that time 1 was actually the cap. I wrote 2 on his sheet, but he actually only has 1, so I'm gonna fix that because now that the settlement exists, we can do 2, but he shouldn't have 2. You know what I mean? So I don't want to cheat. So we're gonna knock him back down to 1, and then now in the future they can go up to 2. So instead of like writing a number and erasing it, I'm just gonna use tally marks in the survival limit box. So I know now I'm at 2, not. All right, so everybody heals up now, except for any permanent injuries or things like that. So sadly, Sophia the Strong is going to be missing her jaw for the rest of the. All right, so we're just following the process, and I guess like that board that I put on the up there, this board over there. We get 3 Endeavor tokens. I don't know if the tokens actually exist, but what's this right here? Oh, I think I have a cheat sheet. Gain Endeavor. There is. So we have cheat sheet right here. So we gain Endeavor. We have 3. I'm just gonna put this on the cheat sheet. So we get 1 for each returning character, survivor. Now we update the timeline. The extinguishing of a single lantern and the lantern horde happens regularly. This is how the survivors track time, and it's called a lantern year. Update the lantern year on the settlement record sheet now by checking off the first year in the lantern record timeline. So we finished first year. Trigger story events. Returning survivors. After the first day settlement event, trigger story event listed for the lantern year. Returning survivors. It gives the survivors the language innovation. Build your settlements innovation deck and add the lantern horde settlement location. Turn to it and follow its rules, and then return to complete the settlement phase. So I think I gotta go check out the parts. This is cool. So the story events are in alphabetical order on the other side of the book, and they have little margins on the side. Yeah, I don't want to show the actual like rule book itself. Just I don't want to spoil anything if you want to get it, and I don't want to like give away the sauce of the game in the video or anything like that. So the returning survivors, the nominated survivor steps forward and gains +1 courage. They lead the other survivors in learning to speak to one another. They discuss their situation, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna run through this, tell you what I've done. I'm not gonna pick Sophia for the one who starts talking the first words because her jaw's broken. So we're gonna pick somebody else for that, and I'll be back. Actually, since there's only two other options, odds will be, what did I do before? Even will be the woman and odds will be the man. So Collip is who steps up to get everybody talking. All right, so I think a big part of the settlement is building the innovation deck. So it tells us we start with the language card, and then because of the language card, these other 6 cards all have language. Then they're tagged with language in the top. So the language card gives us the rest of these. It says to shuffle these together, and then we place them over here in the innovation deck. So that's our innovation deck. And I was digging through cards. I'm going to come up with a better solution to organize that. So that's our innovation deck. Armed with language, the nominated survivor aptly names the gathering center of their home the Lantern Horde. The settlement gains the Lantern Horde settlement location. So that's what this is. Search the large settlement for this and place it face up in my play area. So our play area once again expands. We're gonna put this over here. There's a nice little slot for it. Dang, they tricked me. So this is cool though. So because we nominated her as the speaker, the one who got everybody together, not her, sorry, her, Collip, she gets +1 understanding. She gets an understanding box. So now she's got another understanding and another courage, but now she must sit out. She has to sit over here in the Lantern Horde, and she misses out on the next fight. So now she gets marked, I think that's on our other sheet somewhere. I swear, what does it say? It says I mark it. There's a skip hunt box somewhere. There it is right there. Skip next hunt right there. Okay, I just realized I missed a very important part. Before we did what I just did, we were supposed to have pulled this card out and do what this card says. So this card says, the survivors wander, drawn to a blooming light in the distance. They find serene comfort in a towering pile of lanterns and a small collection of scared people. On a deep instinctual level, they know the area is safe and they make it their home. Roll 1d10 to determine your starting population and record the result on the back of the settlement record sheet. Choose and record genders for unnamed survivors. You may name an unnamed survivor and create their survivor record sheet at any time during the settlement phase. So, 7. 7 is 10. Oh, wow, that's the best we could do. 10 unnamed survivors plus returning survivors. So we've got 10. Where do I marked that somewhere. I like the record keeping. I just that spreadsheet boy in me is who I am deep down. But I don't want to have you guys watch me fumble through it. So I'm gonna really like the record keeping once I'm more familiar. So I have 13 total. I'm not gonna write down names and genders yet because I want to put a little bit of thought into that. But now I know I can make 10 more dudes. Return to the settlement section and proceed to returning survivors. The first day settlement card will not be used again. Do not include it in your settlement event deck. All right, so that's out of here. All right, now we have to update our death count right here. So somebody died. The box is checked. So the first time a death count is updated in the settlement record sheet, it triggers a milestone story event, principal death. The group will pick a principal and face the outcomes. Once you complete the story event, get the corresponding principal card and place it on the settlement board. So now we go find out what that is. This is awesome. So I don't want to show the art because I don't think I can show it on YouTube. But there's a really cool art on one side of the spread, and on the other side, I have two options. We can eat the body, or we can make a grave. I'm going to read through what they actually do. Oh, I'm getting part of that in there. You can get there's a little bit of an idea of what's on that art. Let me do that. Okay, so our options are essentially we make a pick. If we roll bad on the pick, if we become cannibals, everybody gets 3 insanity. And you get a founding stone added to your gear, but it's 3 insanity for all departing heroes forever, I think. Which seems bad. Or maybe that's just, maybe that's the next bunch, the people who actually eat them. So the 3 we have. Then if we roll a 6 to a 10 though, one person permanently gets +1 speed. So in this, speed is how many dice they roll when they attack. So that's a pretty big buff. On the other hand, if we do a grave, even if we roll bad, the departing survivors get +1 survival and +1 understanding. And then if we roll high, the survivor gets +1 permanent luck, which is their chance to crit, essentially, which is also really good. So, man, that's a tough decision. I think I'm going to leave it up to the dice. I'm going to roll it and see what happens. Are we going to be cannibals or are we going to be goodies? I need to keep that 3 there. So we'll see if first I'll roll to see which path we go, and then I'll roll for what the book tells us to do. So 1 to 5, we're cannibals. 5 or higher, we'll bury the body. Whew, we're cannibals. We are hungry boys. So now we roll 1d10. Here we go. Okay, and of course we get a founding stone, and all the parting heroes get +3 insanity. So let me go fish that. Okay, so that wasn't necessary. Like, this does something too. So we get a +1 survival limit. So we're up to 3 now. And whenever a survivor dies, draw 1 basic resource and add it to the settlement storage. Do not gain a resource if a survivor is lost, ceases to exist, or is exiled. And I've updated my character sheets. Obviously, Telemachus himself is dead. We got to rename him. But I've given all those guys and an Orcus over there 3 insanity. So according to this, they're insane. Moving on to the develop stage. And on this, we can spend... This is when we build, innovate, craft gear, and join activities. I can spend endeavors at the Lantern Horde to build new settlement locations. When an endeavor is spent, reduce the total number of endeavors by 1. If you can, spend 3 endeavors to build the Bonesmith, Organ Grinder, and Skinnery settlement locations. If there were fewer than 3 endeavors to start, choose which locations to build. Get these large location cards from the box and place them below the settlement board where indicated. Oh, so we gotta move that. We gotta keep it going. Oh, I think I might have the settlement deck wrong. So let me rethink my layout. I think I need to clean more of the table off because I'm gonna have to be reading those back there. All right, so this is you're learning. This is a real review of a real human being who likes to think he's somewhat intelligent, trying to figure the game out. So language, we've already received this innovation, so that's gonna be like up here. Oh, again, I'm gonna fix this layout real quick. And then these 6 cards that we got because of innovation, they go over here in the innovate deck. So I'm gonna leave my mistakes and my redos and stuff in. So the video might be longer, might be boring, but if you're watching it, I guess it'll show real time some gotchas or things to pay attention to. Obviously, if you just read the book, it tells you that, but I apparently lack reading comprehension. Okay, so we have enough to use our points to build these 3 like it tells us. So these look like that's how we get our gear and upgrades. Pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out all the components that it's saying I need, and then I'm gonna rearrange all the table. I think I'll probably have to go wide instead of like deep, just so I can look at everything, which means I gotta clean up all the War Machine stuff and the D&D stuff. That's okay. I'm really loving this though. Okay, so we spent this. We're at the develop stage still, and I'm looking through the Bonesmith. And I'm guessing, like right now we can build basic stuff from the Bonesmith, and then I'm assuming with the Skinnery gives us armor. The Organ Grinder looks like it probably gives us like more complex materials to use and other things. So I'm looking at this, and I'm looking, these are from the actual White Lion itself, and like none of these are used in anything we can make. Oh wait, actually, okay, so we can use this bone hide 2 bones. I don't know if I should save the specific cat ones, like if we upgrade to the weapon crafter. Like I don't know if these are important, but we have some of the generic ones. And I've also learned that like when we spend these, they go back in the box, like they don't get shuffled back into resources. So that tells me we also have a finite amount of resources. So is it worth crafting like this basic stuff to get us to where we're going? I think probably we definitely need a little bit better weapons. I'm way more offensively minded than I am defensively, for sure. So what I don't understand, so like there's ammonia required. I know ammonia is in our innovations deck, but we haven't actually pulled any more innovation cards. So I can't build the bone pickaxe or sickle, but I could build a bone axe, and I'm assuming the bone axe is better because it takes 2. It takes a bone and an organ. Oh, actually, I don't think I have an organ. I don't know, I just have bones and hides. So we can't build that. But I'm thinking about maybe, we definitely got to give Sophia the strong something good, you know? And with all these hides, we can give people a lot of armor and like 1 weapon. And if I see what I don't know, and I should probably look this up. I don't think I'd be spoiling things for myself. Like is a shimmering mane specifically? Oh, I see. So you can archive this and you get 2 hides. And then I think the rest of these are just what they say they are. So maybe like, I don't think shimmering mane specifically is called in a recipe. And it's probably just like, this is 2 hides. And then these are just normal bones. That's what I'm assuming. So I'm gonna see what items I can make and then clean up the table, and then I'll be back. But this was a settlement phase, the first settlement phase of setting everything up. pretty awesome. I'm truly already in love with it. So actually, I was looking through what I wanted to do. And, you know, we've kind of let the dice decide all of those, like the metagamey decisions. I haven't tried to min-max anything. And I'm kind of thinking, like, do I leave the crafting up to the dice? Because I know that this game is kind of notoriously hard as it is. And for this first run through, do I like randomize? I don't really think I'm randomizing it, but do I let the dice effectively randomizing it? Do I let the dice decide what I build, and then I like my skill comes in the playing and the strategy of what I have, and I take kind of the other part out of it? I don't know. I think I don't want to miss out on part of the game, but also I think that sounds pretty fun. Of like, then it becomes more of like I'm managing a simulation, not actually playing the settlement phase myself. So I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about. I think maybe I'll like alternate. Like this time, I think I probably will like roll the dice and see what we make. But I don't know if I'll always stick to that. But it's just a thought I had. It's a little bit too tiny for my big head. But I truly understand why people like this game so much. I've just done that intro. And actually, by the time you're watching this, I'll probably will have done a real hunt, like the first real hunt that's not the intro hunt. I'm in love with this. This is awesome. I haven't even looked at I know you can make new survivors and customize them with your gear. I haven't even looked at that part of it yet. And that was the main part I originally bought it. But now I just want to get back into playing. So this is good. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I'll be able to do the third video, the first real hunt today, but I'll definitely drop the intro hunt, the settlement phase, and then we'll see where we go. But thanks for watching. In case it has to be tomorrow, this is now a Kingdom Death channel. You thought it was a hobby vlog. It's Kingdom Death. No, it's going to be a hobby vlog still. But let me get a couple of Kingdom Death games in.